Cheers everybody, and welcome to Little Piece of Heart. Today, for dinner, I'm combining two of my most favorite things, burgers and jalapeno poppers. Great combo, right? Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the filling of what would be for a jalapeno popper, and we're gonna stuff it inside of some burgers. We're gonna put them on the grill, and we're gonna garnish it with some bacon and some iceberg, and you have a perfect and easy low-carb weeknight dinner. So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna start making the filling. For the filling, I like to use a base of whipped cream cheese. Now the best part about whipped cream cheese, now it comes in different flavors. So without even having to add more ingredients, I already have something that's flavored. Today I'm gonna use chive. Chive and onion, whipped cream cheese. Goes right in the bowl. Then we're gonna add in some jalapenos that I have chopped. Now these are actually jarred jalapenos. I don't like to use fresh jalapenos because sometimes they can be extremely hot and then it kind of takes away from the flavors of the burger. So in this case I'm using some chopped jalapenos, and I buy the ones that on the jar it says tamed. And when that's so you know that they're not going to be super hot, but you get that pickly jalapeno taste without tons and tons of spice. Put those right in. And then I'm also going to be using some cheese. Now I have some grated white cheddar cheese here today. We're going to mix that right in here. Okay. Then we're going to spice it up a little bit with a couple different things. Of course I want to use some salt. So we're going to add that right in. And some pepper. And then I'm going to do a little bit of garlic powder and also some onion powder. The great thing about this is that everything cooks right on the grill, or you can do it on a grill pan inside. So this is one of those dinners where it might be the middle of the winter, but you kind of feel like having a burger, and this is such a satisfying meal that you can cook right on top of a grill pan, right on your stove, which is exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. All right, so we're going to mix all this together. Since the cream cheese is whipped, it's so simple to mix everything. So we're going to get it all combined. Perfect. Okay, so now that everything is nice and combined, we have kind of a paste going on if you want to take a look. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our burger patties and we're going to get to stuffing them with this cheese mixture. All right, now we're ready to stuff the burgers. I already did one ahead of time, so this is what we're looking at. I already took off all my jewelry. I don't want to get ground meat in my rings. And now I'm going to show you how I did the stuffed burger. What I have here is some patties. What I like to do is just make a little crease with my hand and kind of cut it in half. You have to be pretty careful because sometimes these preformed patties, it is ground meat, but they're preformed at the grocery store. They can separate really easily and make holes. You just want to pat it down on each side and kind of make it a little bit flat, like two pieces like this. What I've done with the mixture is I've made it into one final layer, and then I kind of made a crease in it so that I have 4 equal parts of the mixture, so that I kind of can keep the same amount of mixture in each burger. So I'm going to take one of the little sections and we're going to drop it right on top of the middle of one half of the burgers. If it's a little too much and you can tell it's going to overfill, just take it out. Okay. Then we're going to take the top piece, put it on, and then we're going to kind of form it with our hands. Then you can kind of make it back into the circular shape. And you're going to want to try to close up all the holes, close up all the seams around the side. Okay. And then I like to pat it down, kind of play with it a little bit, not too much. You don't want to mix it too much and it makes the burger a little too tough. So you just want to kind of form it with your hands, make it into a ball, then you can kind of flatten it down. If you see any open seams, just close them right up. We're doing it on the grill pan, so even if a little bit of the mixture oozes back out again, it's not a big deal. This is a fun dinner. All right, so what I like to do after I have it formed exactly the way I want it, I like to put my fingers right in the center and create a little bit of a dip. That way when the burger kind of cooks up a little bit, you have kind of a give so that it doesn't puff up in the middle. And there we have it. We have our second formed burger right there. And now what I'm going to do is do the next two, and then we're going to go over to my preheated grill pan. All right, now we're ready to put the burgers on the grill pan. I have a grill pan here that's been preheating for about 10 minutes. Right before I put them on, I'm actually going to use some seasoned salt just to put them right on top of the burgers. Just a little sprinkling, just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. Okay. And I'm actually going to use my hands just to put these on because I want to be able to position them in the right places. So I'm going to lift them up, season side down because I'm going to season the other side once these start cooking. That is exactly what you want to hear when you're putting something on a grill pan. You want to hear that sizzle. That means we're going to get a nice brown crust right on the bottom. Can you tell I love that noise? All right. All right. One more. Make sure they're not touching. We don't want them to steam. We want them to get the nice brown crust. All right. These are going to cook for a couple minutes on each side. Once I see them getting brown, I'm going to flip them over. Don't be alarmed if any of the filling starts oozing out. It's fine. We're in a grill pan. You can just scoop it back on and put it right on top of the burger. So I'll see you in a couple minutes once these are done cooking, and we're going to assemble our burgers. I wish you guys were here because it smells phenomenal in here. Between the bacon that I pre-cooked earlier and the burgers, which the only thing you missed was that I topped them with some pepper jack cheese right at the end after I flipped them over and just melted over the top, and it's just, oh, what's better than more cheese? Nothing. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways on how to do a burger without a bun. Different people like different things. I personally like it when you just have shredded lettuce right on the bottom as a bed, and then the burger right on top, and a little bit of mayo, and then the bacon on top of that. Other people will like a burger that's actually wrapped in lettuce so you can physically pick it up. Mine's just a knife and fork burger, so I don't mind that. But I'm going to show you how to do a burger that's wrapped. What you can do is take your head of iceberg and really carefully cut right at the base and remove the top leaf. So then you get a big leaf like this. Now, at this point, you can just put the burger right in the middle and wrap up around the sides. And then flip it over, cut it in half, and you're ready to go. Another alternative that I found, because I'm not a big fan of the big piece of lettuce. So what I actually do is I look for the corner of the iceberg head. And I take my knife and I go and I make a cut about as big as the burger itself. So then you come up with a big chunk like this. Take out the outer leaf. I don't need that. It's a little too flimsy. I like the middle leaves because they're a little bit crunchier and they're going to hold up well to the burger. So what I do is take the middle out. There's a couple different layers obviously to the iceberg, so you can kind of play with it. And this one, we're going to have a bottom layer here and then a little top cap right here. And they're all just inside of each other, so you just have to kind of take it apart and see like what lettuce leaves are going to hold up to the burger. So what I'm going to do is take one of my burgers, grab this one. Yeah, this one looks good. Grab that one and put it right in the middle of the cap. Now for this burger, I'm going to do mayo and some bacon. And I think that's the best flavors that go along with this because you've already got the cheese in the middle and you just need a little bit of a creamy condiment, and I think mayo just kind of really mellow, kind of brings all the flavors together. You'll see, it's really good. And I like to use a spoon when I do this because I think it works really well. I use the back of the spoon and I kind of scoop it up with the back of the spoon and I just put it right on like that. Just spread it around. You can put it on the bottom as well. It's totally up to you. This is the kind of the part where you have the burger. Now you can decide exactly what you want to put with it. Then I did 2 pieces of bacon per burger because I have 4 burgers. So I did 8 pieces of bacon. And since the burgers are kind of small, I'm actually going to break the bacon right in half. I mean, who doesn't love bacon? And there's nothing wrong with more bacon. Go. Do 2 one way and 2 the other way. Now to make the top bun stick to the bottom, I'm just going to take a little bit more mayo, dab it right on the top of that bun, and we're going to add it right on as a little hat. Now the best part about doing it this way is that, look at that, I'm picking it up, it's just like we have 2 buns. Nothing's falling out, everything is staying together. I'm not going to bite it right now. Maybe I will. Hold on. Wow. Hold on. That is so good. I can't even tell you. The chunky jalapeños in the middle are amazing. I don't know if you can see this, but we have cheese oozing out the middle, chunky jalapeños, The pepper jack cheese on top brings that flavor of the jalapeno back into the top of the burger. The lettuce, as you can see, I mean, what more do you want? It's a perfect vehicle for this. It's the perfect bun. And like I said, you can do it with the big wrap of lettuce, but I find that this is the best way to do it. And you can use one head of lettuce for a couple different buns. You just have to make sure you cut correctly. This is amazing. For this recipe, as well as many others, including the exact measurements for exactly how to make this burger, go to my blog, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers!